What's up, everyone, and welcome here to ClearTalk. We're back at the fire pit. Although you can see that like my usual sitting spots are all covered in sun, so like I guess I decided a bad time to do this video. So I'm just standing in the shade up underneath the tree here to talk to you. If you see, you got some swallows in the background on the fence. They've been doing their thing. They got nests and stuff up underneath my deck, and babies. I got some babies up underneath there. Some that I've already grown and flew off, and some more there. Anyways, yeah, that's like a yearly thing around this time, and we just yeah, it's kind of just normal at this point. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the fact that well, pretty much racists have won again. I just got through watching the bill signing in the Oval Office for the Secure America Act. And it is just, you know, it's actually really ridiculous. It's actually really ridiculous that, you know, it seems as though Democrats really just didn't even try that hard in this. I mean, yes, there was like a government shutdown where they tried to pressure on this, but I mean, there was just so many things they probably could have pressured for that they didn't even getting this. And it's sad. It's sad at this point that we have no more fight than we do in Congress. But yeah, so I just got through watching this, sitting there watching like and listening to, you know, Trump, all these fucking white people back behind him, laughing and giggling and celebrating this extended additional funding of ICE and the CBP, and just to do more racist immigration. And that's what it is. I mean, we've seen this happen now for over a year now, where with all of the incidents that's happened, and even, you know, the backlash, the protests, the fighting, the aggression, you know, the abuse, all the things that we've, the death, all the things that we've seen from and heard about with all the detention centers and concentration camps, you know, the Alcatraz, alligator Alcatraz, and all this shit. It is, again, this is again a complete embarrassment to this nation at this point. And to watch all these, again, white motherfuckers up there behind Donald Trump, just glad and gleeful to be fucking racist. I mean, it's just absolutely sad. And then I went through, if you want to, you can go through all the details, like in broken down really well on American, and I think it's American Immigration Council.org. I think that's right, American Immigration Council.org, and it breaks it down really well. But pretty much what has happened here is you've had this Secure America Act is funding ICE and CBP an additional $69.5 billion, with a B, billion dollars, all the way through September 30th of 2029. So all the way through basically the whole fiscal year, first fiscal year of the next potential president. And this is on top, added to, in addition to the 170 billion that was funded in that big beautiful bill last year. Okay, so like, okay, 170 billion, the most funding that the DHS has received for ICE and CBP. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting that right. It sounds like I'm saying CBP. Ever. But that wasn't enough. That was not enough. It wasn't enough racism. We weren't spending enough for racism. We need to spend more. So they fought again, because under the regular appropriations bill, they're not being, which has to have 60% of Congress, all right, either chamber, to pass something, and it's not being passed because they don't have 60%. There's not a majority that is willing to, fund this shit, fund racism like that. They're having to go through reconciliation bills, which only needs a simple majority, okay? And that's the way they are funding this. That's the way they funded the Big Beautiful Bill last year. That's the way they're funding this one right now, okay? And so they, again, only needed a simple majority. The big problem under the reconciliation bills, though, is that there's basically no oversight. There's literally no oversight. They can do, they don't have to report anything or prove anything, or under like congressional, like any kind of congressional oversight. They're not required to do so whatsoever. So they can use this funding however they want to, taxpayer money, and there's basically no oversight required. I mean, they can voluntarily give information, which, they have some voluntarily giving some information, but then the rest is kind of like, we don't know. I mean, we just did it. We just used it. The other problem, and something that I think should have been pivotal, and even if you knew, as a Democrat in Congress, as the whole group, even if you knew that there was nothing you can restrict, like prevent, there's no way you could prevent from this bill eventually being passed, right? Like this amount of money, even though you were trying to get them to lower it, you were trying to put restrictions and make them force oversight into something that doesn't require it, which is what they were trying to do and didn't even succeed there. At the very least, you could have tried to make it to where they were at least restricted to the amount that they could spend in a given year. But in this one, just the same as the Big Beautiful Bill, there's absolutely no restrictions. Even though it's funding all the way through 2029, there's no restrictions on how much they can spend of it at any given point. They could spend the entire 170 billion from the first one immediately. They can spend the entire 69.5 billion of this one immediately if they want to. And much of the 170 billion has already been spent. And of course, it's got it broken down. You can look at all the different departments and how much they get, and what it's, quote unquote, for. One thing is wild too also is that there was, in the first bill, 10 billion of it just in like general purpose funding for DHS and how they function, any of the other, like how this bill is carried out, how this money is carried out in ICE and CBP. And in this bill, there was an additional 5 billion added to that. So now, just in general purpose funding, there's $15 billion for them to just do whatever with. Basically a slush fund for the agency that they literally have no oversight for. This is billions and billions and billions of your tax dollars that they're just willy-nilly spending however they want. Willy-nilly spending to carry out all these egregious, aggressive, violent actions from ICE and CBP for turning all these warehouses into concentration camps to house brown people. All this funding to continue carrying out the most racist-driven immigration policies that I think this nation's may have ever seen. Well, I mean, since like the Civil Rights Act, like in the last, I'm not trying to like, but at least in the last modern age from Civil Rights Act. So yeah, congratulations to all the racists out there who have you won, you won again. So you can be happy, you can be proud, you can laugh and joke and do all your fucking funny memes on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and all your social medias, where you can sit back as a privileged ass white person and laugh and joke and have fun and make fun of and celebrate brown people being abused and violently removed from the country, so that your white privilege, your whiteness, can succeed and supersede everybody else. Congratulations, because I mean that's basically what's happening here. Your fear of becoming a minority, something that you're not even remotely close to, by the way, but your fear of becoming a minority. And it's make sure that all these illegals are out of here, that you've demonized. I am quite embarrassed and sickened by this country at this point. I get this little tilt thing going on. I don't know, like, because it's more comfortable. I apologize, but I guess it's because I don't even remember what I just said. Shit. I'm completely embarrassed and disgusted with what this nation is becoming. And one would usually think, well, it starts with the leadership, it starts with the people at the top. And you know what? It's not. It doesn't start with them. They didn't start there and then we happened. They didn't vote for us. We voted for them. It starts on the bottom. It starts with regular fucking Americans. And I'm ashamed and disgusted with America right now, that we have allowed for decades now the continuation of allowing people in Congress and in all form, like placement in our government, to literally be puppets for rich and racist people with very little pushback and not supporting what most Americans actually want. But we have allowed for that to happen by either purposely voting them there, or not doing everything we could to make sure that they didn't get there, or at the very least didn't stay there. Because remember, there's so many in Congress that have turned this into careers. They have been there so long. I am so I feel like out of all the shit that we have seen happen All the shit that we've seen happen over the past year. All the footage, ripping people out of their cars, throwing them on the ground, beating them, abusing them, kidnapping them, disappearing them. The humanitarian issues and concerns of all of these encampment warehouses, these detention centers, as you know, where we've heard just disgusting treatment, lack of medical treatment available, lack of good decent food, like, you know, just nasty shit, lights on all day long, not being able to get any rest and things. I mean, like, it's just like they're literally in the worst prisons. We have private prisons for actual motherfucking criminals that get better treatment than these people. And as we know, over like 85 to 90% of the people picked up and put in these detention centers have no criminal background whatsoever. They're just brown in here. Maybe they're a little bit past their immigration status, or they're trying to work through their immigration status. I mean, people have been, it's not even like you're just rounding up people in the, you know, the worst of the worst or something like you claim you're doing. I mean, you've literally rounded up people that were in the court, that were trying to go through the process to make sure that they were legal and get their citizenship or work out their status or whatever, and you literally ripped them from there. They were people that were literally working. Okay, they're at their business working, or trying to get to their business of working you know, something that you act like you want people to do, you know, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, work, make a living, contribute to society. These people, that's what they were doing. And you ripped them out and from those locations to send them to your little boot camps, concentration camps. This is not about protecting America. This is not about securing America. Okay, this is about you securing your whiteness. It's about you fucking securing your whiteness. You racist, bigoted pieces of shit. I'm disgusted by it. I am absolutely disgusted by it. It was pathetic to see all these Republican congressmen up there. Congress people. The women were even some of the worst ones up there, laughing and celebrating, signing off on this racist immigration bill. Funding, they're literally paying themselves. They're paying themselves with your fucking money to be racist. It's like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't. It's fuck these people, man. Like, seriously, fuck these people. But all these actions, I think I got off course. All these actions that we've seen, we're going to wind up just seeing more of them. We're going to see much more of it. And this is all under the scape of like of everything going on in Iran. Us literally attacking Iran again yesterday, and threats of doing it again today over them shooting at a Apache helicopter, which the people did not die. I mean, luckily, but they did not die. And they were an Apache helicopter that was doing quote unquote defensive measure, like surveillance, really fucking close to the Iranian coastline. And Iranians considered that a threat or a concern of defense, so they shot at it. It was in their airspace. But we attack back claiming that it was out of defense. We're defending ourselves from being in their airspace? What? This is a joke at this point. It's all a joke. It's all a joke. It's pathetic. This administration is a joke. Republicans are a joke. MAGA is a joke. So yeah, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Your fucking day's coming though. Your fucking day is coming. Because America will not continue. America is going to, there's going to be a point. There's going to be a point reached where America is no longer going to allow this. We're not fucking going back. We're not going back to your pre-civil rights racist bullshit, a great America that you consider age. We're not going back. It's not happening. We're not going back to your Jim Crow bullshit. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. Because once it's done, we will be doing everything we can to make sure it never happens again. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Until next time, peace. Clear Talk. I'm out.